Hey, heads up, quick spoiler warning. It's a short game and spoilers for it are kind of minor in nature in general, but here you go. Here's the warning, but duh. Sumogo's Sayonara Wild Hearts is a concept album video game hybrid that's about a whole bunch of stuff. It's about heartbreak, hardship, and relationships both romantic and platonic. But most important to me, it's about a person's ability to overcome the wildest circumstances they're put face to face with and the growth that comes from the rough times in our lives. Sayonara plays out in levels that are paired with a song that reflects its narrative, and that narrative follows the player's avatar, a young woman brought into the world of the Arcana and given the role of the Fool, as they pursue and defeat entities of the major Arcana before they can bring their realm to an end. Mechanically, I kinda hesitate to call it a rhythm game like some people are. It's honestly more like an album that's been given form through gameplay. There's less focus on sticking strictly to a rhythm for your inputs and more on telling a story through music and place. And yes, there are some rhythm bits, but it's not the focus. It's no small decision that the player character represents the Fool. It's a card that represents new beginnings, faith in the future and the universe, being inexperienced, not knowing what to expect, and improvisation. The character herself has been thrust into this alien world after a harsh breakup and is forced to face these entities that represent all sorts of personal challenges. You directly face 5 of the major Arcana: the Devil, the Moon, the Lovers, the Hermit, and Death. I don't want to go into a full spiel about the meanings of the tarot because that'll go on for a while, but a quick summary is that these are representative of things like attachment, sexuality, restriction, fear, anxiety, love, relationships, endings, change, and transformation. And I'm not even talking about all of the other pieces of the Arcana that come up in various ways throughout the story. There's a lot that you can read into this. If you take the time to read up on some tarot, it gets really cool. And these are all incredibly meaningful things that occur in all our lives. Things that can often be challenging and put us as people on rocky ground. And most importantly, they are things that we can always overcome and grow from. Sayonara Wild Hearts is a game that wants you to know that you are always strong enough to overcome all sorts of wild-ass challenges in life, and it's shown through variations of a simple formula. Each Arcana that you go up against takes up 3 to 4 stages depending on how you count it, and each of those sections culminates in at least one stage focused on direct confrontation with said Arcana. Each of these groups of stages where you're facing off with one of the Arcana starts with the Fool, and by extension you, on the defensive. You're just trying to stay alive in a difficult situation you've never been in before, and you're trying to figure out how to navigate this wild whatever the hell is going on. Then, as you progress through encounters, you, the player, and you, the Fool, the character, start to learn the patterns and powers of these wild Arcana in your way. And eventually, you either learn how to counter them and develop an ability of your own, or, even better, I think this is so kick-ass, you actually gain control of the same ability that your opponents are using. One of the levels, Parallel Universes, brings this theme of growth through challenge into its gameplay in a way that's pretty much perfect. The stage involves the Lover's Arcana snapping and clapping in between different versions of the same road, and as you avoid obstacles and gather the good point heart things, it just goes on, and it gets more challenging. And just before the end of the level, you actually gain the ability to snap between dimensions yourself. The way the camera zooms in to put the focus on you draws undeniable attention to the fact that you've grown stronger in the face of this challenge, and it's so damn rad! It's a pattern that's repeated for every single boss with slight variation, and it is a beautiful way to show theme, and the fact that everyone you go up against is a personification of one of the tarot cards of the major Arcana is entirely in service of this idea. Sayonara Wild Hearts is a game about that. It's a game about life and growth and how we handle it. It's a game that wants you to know in no uncertain terms that no matter what challenges you face, you will be okay. That you can handle it. and everything it does during its hour and a half-ish runtime is directly in service of being a goddamn anthem for the self. It's important, and it released at a pretty difficult time for me in my dumb brain that I'm still kind of working through. In all honesty, I haven't been able to stop thinking about this game, and I've been listening to the soundtrack on repeat since it came out. It means so much to me, and I think all of us could do with a reminder of the strength we have within us from time to time. So don't forget, Wild Hearts never die. Hey everybody, well, thanks for watching my video about Wild Hearts Never Die. It's a great game, you should check it out. Usually, it is a warning, usually I script these little in-bits out. I'm not doing it today, I don't feel like it. So first off, thank you so much to our Patreon patron supporter homies. Y'all help make this easier to do, basically. I don't know, money. Watch the Byte Club episode about You Are Jeff Bezos, I go into it. Anyways, just a special shout out to David Snutter, Amacy, Mark B. Writing, Puking Goombas, Steve Z, and Storm Hughes. You're all fantastic, and thank you for your support. If you'd like to support this show on the Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/AndyBytesYT. Check us out, see what you can do and what you can get. Sorry that the last month has been kind of weird. We're still doing the podcast, that's all great. Like I said in the video, I'm in a funk, I'm figuring it out. And I've finally started developing tabletop RPGs. I released one recently called Thou Hast Been Called Out. It's free on itch, I'll put a link in the description, go check it out. Happy Halloween month in case I don't get one out, another one of these out by Halloween. See you later, bye!